Shalom, shalom, shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites of Great Millstone, the Montreal branch. We're coming back with another lesson inspired by the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying. So I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Hashem Kodash. Double honors to our teachers, the elder apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. These salutations and blessings go to the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. All right. And as the lesson entails, rejoice in the joy set before us. Yes, we are set to warn about the evils to come, but we have to understand that after the evils is the kingdom. Okay, the kingdom will be established on this earth. Okay, Yahushua is coming to take away the tears from our eyes, man. Okay, and to set everything anew. Okay, reset the earth. Okay, as it says, a new earth and a new heaven, which goes into kainos. Okay, the earth is going to be resetted back into a paradise. Okay, the Eden-like state as it was in the beginning. Okay.
So this is Hebrews 12 and verse 1. It says, "Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us."
Okay, run. Patience goes into suffering. Okay, run regardless of what's happening around you. Okay, you're running with patience towards that goal, that end goal, which is what? Obtaining salvation. Okay.
Yeah. It says, verse 2, looking unto Yahushai, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is sat down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh.
So how did Yahushua overcome? He overcame through faith. Okay, and we're to look at his walk, at how he overcame, to do the same. Okay, you see, Yahushua saw the joy that was set before him. Okay, and that's why we have to rejoice. Okay, we have to rejoice at the promises, the fact that the Lord wants to give us the kingdom. But first, we have to be found worthy. We have to pass that hour of temptation, and once we overcome that, we will inherit. We will be joint heirs with Hamashiach.
It says, "For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds."
Yeah, so Yahushua, he was in the flesh like us. Okay, he was in captivity like us. Okay, he overcame. He overcame, meaning that if he can do it, in him we can do it as well. Okay, yeah. So lest you be weary and faint in your mind. Okay, don't fold. Okay, I pray. Okay, prayer is a part of our arsenal. Okay, pray. We have the brotherhood. Okay, ask for Yahweh Hashem Yahshai to strengthen you. What did he say unto Peter? When thou he said, I have prayed for you. When thou art strengthened, go and strengthen your brothers. Okay, iron sharpens iron. Okay, it's not for no reason that the Lord sent them 2 by 2. Okay, you see, we're not Yahweh, we can't do it ourselves. Okay, but just as when two or three are in the midst, or 2 or 3 is speaking of me, I'm in the midst. Okay, so it's important to utilize prayer, utilize the brotherhood, man. All right.
Yeah, even going into the topic too, the fact that, rejoice in the joy that is set before us, just, you meditating upon the kingdom, man, that's very beneficial to the spirit too. Because, it boosts you up, it amps you up, knowing that, very soon this is going to end, and, the kingdom's going to come, man. Okay, the prophets were called seers back then. So, you have to be visionary. We have to be visionaries. You know what I'm saying? So, you read the scriptures, you meditate upon the kingdom, how it's going to be like, the vibration, how, the righteous is going to be, things of that nature, man. You meditate upon the salvation, right? And, it elevates your spirit.
Yes, it says to seek what is above.
Right.
That also comes with faith, because again, faith is what? The substance of things not seen. Okay. Yes, we can't see the kingdom. We don't know what it's going to be, but we know for sure that it's going to be better than what we're seeing here.
Yeah.
Okay. Where it says a land where dwelleth righteousness.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that comes with peace. Okay. And the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai is going to be everlasting peace that's going to increase evermore. Okay, so that's what it's very important to meditate on these things too, so that you don't fold, so that you understand again, seeing the joy that is before you.
Yeah.
You see, so you don't, so you know that you're fighting for a purpose. Okay.
Yeah, it says, verse 3, verse 3 again, for consider him that endures such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds. For it says, ye have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin.
Yeah, and if you faint, you're not going to be found worthy. Okay, the Lord has no pleasure in people that turn back. And if you faint, that means that you didn't have faith. Okay, because again, the elect are going to hold fast until the end. He that endureth until the end, okay, will be saved. Okay. Okay, go ahead. If you have something else.
Unless I'm Hebrews 11:24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
You see, you have to be spiritual minded. For someone in the world, it sounds like folly. Okay, for you to suffer instead of enjoying riches. Okay, but he understood. I think if you keep reading.
Yeah. And faith, that word faith pops out again. The word faith is the definition of it is Hebrews 12, right? Like we read. We read it?
Yeah,
no, it's the same chapter.
Okay.
Yeah,
11. But faith is what? The evidence of things not seen. You know, so Moses had faith. He didn't, you know, it wasn't there in front of him that, you know, if he, you know, the pleasures or the riches of the kingdom, he couldn't see it then, but he said, yo, I'm looking ahead. You know, he's looking ahead, you know, just like Yahushua did. Yahushua looked ahead when Satan came and presented all these kingdoms or whatever. Yahushua was looking through that, looking to what the Heavenly Father was going to offer him, you know, and we're in that same, the same seat, so to speak, you know.
Yeah, and even with this incident with Satan, it would have been tainted because he would have had to bow down to Satan, which would have made him go off, made him sin. Okay. You see, made him go against the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right.
Yeah, just land back off a viewpoint, because if you really look at it, all of our forefathers that same mindset, man, of looking forward to the promises that, you know, was established, you know, to Abraham, Isaac, going down to Jacob. They were all, you know, meditating upon that promise being fulfilled, man. You know, on multiple instances were in captivity, you know, they would, you know, write certain psalms or certain prayers of how that, would they want the kingdom? You know, so that means that what they were thinking about it, pondering upon it, man. Because these things are written, right? And here it is not fulfilled yet. So they had an earnest expectation to see that fulfilled, man. See the kingdom. So we're coming the same step, man, you know, applying the mindset of our forefathers. Yep.
Crying and sighing for the abominations that are done, wanting this kingdom to fall, so that the kingdom of heaven may be established.
Right. You know, and if I may add too, real quick, back then, Moses was basically the son of Pharaoh. That's a lot harder to give up. You know, which shows you the faith that he had. And it says, you know, that shows you the faith that he had, because he was up there with the kings and princes, and he had servants, and he had people feeding him grapes, you know, like, and he gave that.
He was living the good life.
He was giving that living that good life, man. Like you said, and that's something that's hard to give up. But for us now, our kingdom is a lot easier. It's really, you know, if you're looking at it in that sense, because this kingdom is bullshit. The point of selling out, you know, there's nothing here for us. You know,
was that precept that says, "Hardly shall a rich man enter into the kingdom of heaven." Because why? The riches, the things of this world are holding him back from salvation. That rich man that came to Yahushua, he turned away sorrowful because he didn't want to give up those riches, those temporal riches. Okay, the difference with Moses, that he understood that the riches of sin, the riches of
the pleasures of sin,
are only for a moment. Okay, and then again you will have to face judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay.
That's right. It says verse 26. says, esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches
Mhm.
than the treasures in Egypt,
That's it.
for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward.
Mhm.
Says, by faith he forsook Egypt,
Mhm.
not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who was invincible.
Mhm. That's it. And again, he saw the reproach of the Lord, greater riches. Okay, just as it says, "Ye are poor, but ye are rich." That's understanding the value, the spiritual value of serving the Lord. Okay, against the material things that are here and that are temporal. Okay, you're gonna die, and you're not gonna take them with you, man. And that's what people don't understand. You sell out for this world. Everything that you sell out for, you're not gonna bring it with you. Okay,
Yeah.
but that's why it says, establish your. Don't put your heart in the.
Okay.
That what? I forget the wording.
This is the book of Matthew 6, and after that, verse 19, it says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth,
Mhm.
where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal."
Yeah, there's a chance of being corrupted, and there's a chance for you to lose it, regardless. Okay.
It says, "But lay for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt,
Mhm.
and where thieves do not break through nor steal."
Yeah. So there's no way that you can lose your riches that are set in heaven unless you turn back yourself. Okay. Unless you faint and lose faith. Okay. But it's if you set your things in the heavens, your treasures in the heaven, no one can touch it. Okay. And that's even a more sure reward. Okay. Because the Lord is not unrighteous to forget your deeds that you do for Him and for the elect's sake. All right.
One more verse, it says, "For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also."
That's it. So if you set your treasures in this world, let's say for example, when they take away the physical money and set up a new system with the market of beasts, you're gonna take it because your treasures are here. Okay, your hopes are in this kingdom. Okay, so you're gonna follow the vibration of Satan. But if you're following after the Spirit, you're gonna reject this world. You're gonna reject taking the MOTV because you have hope in Yahweh Hashem Yahshai in the kingdom to come, because you understand that this kingdom is going to fall away. It's going to pass away. Okay, you know that the triumphing of the wicked is short. So you're not going to side with the devil. Okay?
There's a precept I'm thinking of is in Proverbs.
Mhm.
Basically ties in with what we just read. It says how that, paraphrasing it, that when you set your affections basically upon the things above, it helps you to escape the hell beneath. You know, which is a heavy scripture, man. You know, which backs up the point that I made earlier about that meditating upon the kingdom, upon us obtaining salvation, how that these heathens are not gonna rule, forevermore and have us at the bottom. Knowing that there's an end, it brings peace, and you meditating upon that, it keeps you focused and completing the mission, man. Because I try to apply that every day, whenever I'm catching hell, some heathens talking down to me, I'm like, nah, it's just temporal, man. Okay, I know what's coming for me, Sometimes you might say to them, in a joking manner, yeah,
They don't get it.
but they don't get it. But you know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
You think about certain things. Yeah, I'm gonna have a planet. You're saying a joking matter, but I'm dead serious. So it's just it's different. It's a different mindset when you set your affection upon the things above, man. You move different, man. People are not on the same level as you anymore, man. Except for the brothers, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did Yahweh say? I'm from above, you're from beneath.
That's it, bro.
You got it, Shukwa.
Yeah, Proverbs 15:24. The way of life is above to the wise, that he may depart from the hell beneath.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
The way of life is above, man. Seeking what is above. Because again, the law, statutes, and commandments, Yahweh Shai, that's life. Okay? And by following these things, that generates life. Okay? The ways of the world are nothing but darkness and evil and death. Why? Because even more, what? Because the wicked are in rulership. Okay? So the only thing that he can promote is death. Okay? So you having a spiritual mindset, that's a mindset that generates life. Okay? That generates good. All right?
Yeah,
Huh?
no, you go to this one?
I got something else.
Well, I was about to say, and you know, it forces you to rejoice.
That's it. That's it.
You know, you can't be in a bad mood thinking upon the kingdom, bro. Like,
Yeah.
come on, bro.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
mood is just gonna elevate no matter what, bro.
The
Put a-
women's,
yeah,
the riches, the
The only
power.
reason you're gonna feel bad because you're not there.
That's it.
that's the
That's
only
it.
reason. Yeah, the only reason you might feel some negative emotions because you're
That's
not
it.
there.
That's
yeah.
it. That's like waking up from a dream. In your dream, you had you found the $10,000. Then you wake up from that dream, you're like fuck.
Fuck.
And then in the moment you're happy,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
sad. You're sad. You woke up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Here you go.
I got some.
Mhm.
This is Colossians 3:2. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth.
Mhm.
Right.
That's it. From the things above, man. Again, where keep going.
No, I just said if I can add real quick, the things above is what's
Oh,
gonna come
okay.
to
I
the
thought you
earth.
had it. Okay. I thought you were reading it. So like,
You know, what do you mean? Wait, you know?
no, I thought you were reading it. I thought you were reading the scripture.
I did. I just read it.
Oh, okay, you read that again, bro.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
keep going. Keep going. There's a bit more.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 1.
Okay.
Colossians 3:1. If ye then be risen with Yahweh Shai, seek those things which are above,
That's it.
where Yahweh Shai sitteth on the right hand of Yahweh.
Yeah. And what do you? What is up there? Perfection. The will of Yahweh Bashim El Shai is implemented to a T.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you're seeking, man. That's how you're living here.
Right.
Okay, being in as it says and as it says how can I say you're rehearsing the righteous acts. Here you go. You're rehearsing the righteous acts. Okay. Yes, you can't do it to 100%, but at least you're trying. That's why the rehearsal is not actually the act. Okay, but at least you're putting forth the effort. Okay,
That's right. And we have a desire to want it to be at 100%.
that's it.
You know, because that's what's gonna come.
That's it. So you practice like it's the real game.
Yeah.
You see, bro, you put your all to it, man.
That's what's
Okay.
coming.
Yeah.
That's what on earth
Mhm.
as it is in heaven.
That's it.
That's what we're
That's
looking for. Verse 2, it says, set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. For ye are dead, and your life is hid in Yahweh Shai. It's like your life is hid with Yahweh Shai in Yahweh.
Mhm.
When
And
Yahweh,
we're dead. How are we dead? We're dead to the world, to the affairs of this world. Okay, we're seeking what's above, man. Okay, we're not looking at the things that are in front of us, the tangible. We're looking at what's invisible. It tells us that what's invisible is eternal. The things that are seen are temporal. Okay, everything that we see here, man, this society, the buildings, the way of life, all these things are gonna pass away, but the word of Yahweh B'Shem El Shai will not pass away, man. Right?
Yeah, that's what scriptures say how that the elect, you know, love not their lives unto death.
That's
you know,
it.
because we're dead to this world, you know, like the brother read.
Mhm.
You know, there's nothing in this world that could like force us to, you know, want to be here. In other words,
Mhm.
no way, no how, man.
Yeah.
Because like we're going into our affections on the things above, man, the kingdom.
That's it. And you said want to be here, also turn our backs on Yahweh B'Shem El Shai, because we understand, just as Moses understood, that even the suffering for righteousness' sake is better than glorifying ourselves in the riches of darkness. All right. You got it, Shabbat.
yeah, verse 4, when Hamashiach, whose your life shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory.
That's it, because it says what at his appearing we shall be like him.
Yep.
We shall be changed. Okay, that's the last trumpet. Okay, in the twinkling of an eye, we are going to be beamed up. Lord willing, we're a part of that number. Okay, we're going to be changed from mortal into immortal. Okay, and that's another thing that we are to rejoice in. Okay, at Yahweh Shai's return, He's going to change those that wait for Him, those that are patiently waiting upon those promises to gain immortality. Just as He was risen up from the dead, we hope that we can partake in that resurrection as well. Again, being crucified with Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
That's almost.
Mhm.
Philippians 3 and verse 20, it says, for our conversation is in heaven,
Mhm.
from whence also,
I'll let you finish. I'll let you.
it says, for our conversation is in heaven, from whence also we look for the Savior, the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach,
Mhm.
who shall change our vile body,
Mhm.
that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body,
Mhm.
according to the working whereby he is able even to subdue all things unto himself.
There you go. And it goes when you start this the brother started. It says our conversation is in heaven, which goes, that word conversation goes into the word citizenship. Okay, our mindset, we're citizens of the kingdom of heaven. Okay, and the laws, statutes, and commandments will say how they say in the world, this is the law of the land. The law of the land in the heavens is the commandments of the Lord. Okay, again, the will of the Lord is being established there toward perfection. So if you're a citizen of the heavens, you're following the laws and statutes and commandments of the heaven. Okay, the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And when Yahweh Shai will return, he will change our vile body. Okay, because we understand that this is filth. This is a prison unto our souls, man. Okay, the flesh that we're in is a prison. Okay, but when he returns, you know, first of all, prison. Why? Because it's against the spirit. The carnal is always fighting against the spiritual. So the fact that we're in the flesh, there's a constant inner battle in us. Okay, that causes us to go off. Okay, yes, those that are in the right mindset, they resist, they fight, but eventually they fall. Okay, bringing it back to the rehearsal. The fact that we can't keep the law, statutes, and commandments completely. All right. But again, when Yahweh Shai returns, he will change all that. That fight will be no more, man. Those that fear Yahweh Hashem Shai and walk in the knowledge will be able to keep the law, statutes, and commandments perfectly. Okay, and be in tuned with the will of Yahweh Hashem Shai, just as Yahweh Shai was. Okay,
Yeah,
we're gonna be like him.
No, I was gonna say, that's one thing I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Man, those new bodies, bro.
Yeah.
To where that you just have peaceful thoughts, man. Like no demons jumping up in your mind, saying some nonsense, bro. Just that quietness, bro.
Yeah.
You know that I'm looking forward to that, bro. And
That's
being
it.
able to just do the laws, and it's not something that's burdensome in a sense.
Yeah.
You know, because in this flesh, you know, certain things is hard to keep, especially in this society, bro.
That's it.
It's like you gotta fight, you know, to keep, you know, certain laws, man.
Mhm.
But you know that battle is gonna be done away with, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Just a quick example. You might go work out, and then when you're done working out, you get home, you shower, then you realize, shit, it was a Sabbath.
Yeah.
Oh, you're done. You know, you feel conflicted. You know, you pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahshua for forgiveness because you forgot. You know, but again, if you were in the spirit, you would have known. You know, if you were in the spirit, you would have known. No, it's the Sabbath. It wouldn't. It would just be automatic. You see?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's something.
Oh no.
Okay. Real quick. This is Romans 8 and verse. I'll start at verse 16. It says, "The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are children of Yahweh, and if children, then heirs, heirs of Yahweh, and joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together."
That's it. Yahweh Shai will. The whole earth belongs to Yahweh Shai. Okay. Yahweh gave the earth to Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai, when he returns, he's willing to share his possession with his elect. Okay, those that are with him. Okay, you see.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Verse 18, it says, "For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us."
Yeah. So yes, you suffer, but even it tells you, even in the if you can bring that out in James, even in your temptation, rejoice. You see, because again, yes, you suffer, but the reward is going to be greater than the suffering. It's as if working a shift at your job, and the next day the owner tells you, he gives you his position. You're now the owner. Like, oh damn, yeah, I was hoping for a paycheck in 2 weeks, but now this guy's giving me the whole business. You see, it's the work, the suffering that we're going through is not similar to it's not equal to the reward that the Lord will give us, man.
Yeah.
Okay. James 5.
5?
Yeah. Yeah, in the beginning. Count it all joy.
I got it. James 1.
Oh, okay.
It was 1? No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, James 1 and 2.
So like it.
It says,
I'm
my,
in 5. Look at this shit.
my brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. Yeah.
Read that again, Salaki.
Yep. It says, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have a perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
You see, so again, count it all joy. Again, the way that the world, that Yahweh Hashem El Shai thinks, okay, is very contrary to how the world thinks. You know, we're basically told to rejoice when we're suffering. You know, this doesn't make sense. You know, but again, that suffering and that temptation is to lead us to better heights, to better ourselves, man. Okay. And we understand that through the knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we understand that we're catching hell to purge out the dross, to cleave unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and to make us better in the faith. All right, you see, because again, that's what it's working out. That's why it's exercising. How much will you trust in the Lord in temptation, in adversity, in hardship? Okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Acts 5 and verse 38. It says, "And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, ye cannot overthrow it, lest haply ye be found even to fight against Yahweh."
Okay, so there was a council. So basically, the apostles, I believe, Peter and
The rest of the 12.
the rest of the 12,
Well,
were, the apostles, they were put in jail for preaching the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, for preaching this doctrine. Okay, and then some guy, I believe,
it was Gamaliel.
Gamaliel, he showed up and told the council, "Hey, leave them alone, because if they're serving Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, it's as if you're fighting the Lord. But if it's not of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, it will come to naught." Okay, you see, that's basically what he's telling them. All right.
It says, verse 40, "And to him they agreed, and when they had called the apostles and beaten them, they commanded that they should not speak in the name of Yahushai, and let them go."
You see, so again, yes, they agreed with Gamaliel, but they still beaten them. Okay, to make an example. Then they told them what? Okay, stop preaching this Yahushai that you're preaching about. Stop with your doctrine. Okay, they beat them and let them go. All right. But what was the mindset of the apostles?
Right.
Okay?
It says, "And they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name."
You see the mindset that they had. They were rejoicing. Okay, not because they were beaten, because they got beaten for righteousness' sake. Okay, because that means that they were doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that means that the Lord was with them. That they will rejoice in temptation. Okay, they rejoice in adversity, man. Okay, you see. And I believe if you keep reading, it tells them that they kept going.
Yeah. Verse 42, it says, "And daily in the temple and every house they ceased not."
So that's the next verse.
Yeah.
You see, so they got beaten, they rejoiced, they went back to work, man.
Back to work.
You see, and that's proves it proves that they were fervent, that they had the zeal to do the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Okay.
Yeah. It says, "And daily in the temple and in every house they cease not to teach and preach Yahweh."
They cease not, man. Okay, that's that energy that you're supposed to have, especially in the times that we're in today, man. Okay, push forward the vibration of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. How much more now that he's on his way back, man? Salvation is nearer than we believe, and that precept was written about 2,000 years ago. How much more effort are we supposed to push forth now, man? Knowing that the prophecies are coming to pass before our eyes, man. Okay, so seeing that we're so close to the fall of our enemy, to the hour of temptation coming to pass. All right, this is the time to show that you truly believe, man. Okay, and rejoice in your affliction.
Yeah, because you catching that affliction is an indicator, a sign that the Lord is dealing with you, and how that you're a man of the Lord. So
16.
Just the mere fact that the apostles rejoicing, like the brother was going into, shows you they had the right mindset. Which even at times us too. Sometimes when I'm catching help, I'm like, yeah, this is good, bro. That means the Lord is dealing with me.
That's it.
You basically you strengthen yourself by speaking to yourself. You know what I'm saying? It sounds bugged out, but hey, you have to be a bit bugged out to get in this truth.
Hey,
You know,
true,
the Bible
true.
say that, bro.
But, hey, rejoicing in your affliction.
Yeah.
That's already there. It's bugged up.
Come on, bro.
You know,
There's no normal person that's gonna rejoice at the fact that they're catching hell, bro. Like,
you just got jumped
yeah.
for telling the truth, and you're happy. You know, what's wrong with these guys?
They're crazy.
Yeah. They're not right. They're not right.
But they have the right mindset, bro.
But even the prophets that were doing weird stuff, you know, Ezekiel,
Yeah.
lay on your head,
Yeah.
So another one that was prophesying naked,
Isaiah, bro.
Isaiah.
Yeah. Ezekiel ain't shit, bro.
Come on, you see,
You know?
So you know, to deal with the Lord, you have to be out there, man. To believe in these things, to the world, it seems bugged out.
Right.
But those that are in the know, it's just obedience. You see?
That's all?
Yeah.
First Peter 4:13, but rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahushua's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
And this is Peter that wrote this, and here it is. We read it. He had dealings of how that he had to suffer affliction. He rejoiced in that fact. So he was just giving this advice right here just for not. He went through it, bro. And you know, of course, the scriptures, what they're inspired by the Holy Spirit to be written down, so that we may be fortified in these last days when we read them, you know, and have hope. So we have to rejoice, man. It's mandatory. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's not good. You're catching hell. Yes, we know.
It's a part of the walk.
But it's a part of the walk. Sometimes you just gotta shock Satan by like changing the mindset, bro. Oh, he's not mad. Oh, he's not sad. He's not sorry for what's going on. This guy's crazy. Yeah.
What did Satan do unto Job? You know, he went to the Lord, say, yeah, for sure he's gonna forsake you if I just afflict him. He went once. He said, oh shit, he's not folding. He went back to the Lord. Yeah, if now you still protected him, let me go back and afflict his body. Yeah, he went back and Job didn't fold, man. You know, you have to be persistent. Okay. So like, could you read? Start at 12.
Yeah, come. It says 1 Peter 4:12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you.
It's not strange. Okay, as they have persecuted Yahushua, they will persecute us. Okay, the servant is not greater than his master. Okay, so don't think it's strange. You are meant. Even the fact that we're under our oppressors, we're here to suffer, man. Okay, regardless, you're gonna suffer. If you're in the truth, if you're not in the truth, you're gonna suffer. But if you're in the truth, you're suffering for righteousness' sake, and you're suffering to obtain the kingdom. All right.
You going? It says
to 14. Yeah, you got it.
It says, but rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
Yeah, because when Yahushua returns, the rest of the world, they're gonna mourn. It says what? When they shall see him, in Revelation, it says the whole earth will mourn. When 1 and 7, I believe. Yeah. The whole earth is gonna mourn, but the elect, they're not gonna mourn. They're gonna be happy. This is what we're waiting for, man. Okay, we want to see Yahushua return, man, because we know what that means. It means the kingdom of heaven is here, man. Okay.
You want that now?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Revelation 1 and verse 7. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierce him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen.
You see, they're wailing. That's not a happy. They're not gonna rejoice. They're gonna wail because they're gonna understand that Yahushua is not here to reward them, but rather to judge them. Okay. You see, reward them in the evil sense. You see, he's gonna bring them. He's gonna come down with not great wrath. So like he's gonna come down with righteous indignation. Okay, he's gonna come down with judgment for their unfaithfulness, man. Okay, you see, but the rest it says what? He's gonna come with healing in his wings. So when Yahushua returns, the righteous, the elect are gonna rejoice, man. Yeah. Okay. You see, if they're crying of joy. Yeah. Okay, it's gonna be tears of joy, man. Okay. You got it, Shakwa.
That's right. It says, verse 14, if ye be reproached for the name of Mashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of the Most High resteth upon you.
You have to understand that, man. Okay, when you're suffering for righteousness' sake, you have to be happy because the Lord is with you. The Lord is dealing with you, man. All right?
Yep. It says, on their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified.
Mm-hmm. That's
But
it.
let none, yeah?
That's it. He's glorified on our parts, man. Okay? In our bodies, we're giving our bodies, making it a living sacrifice. Okay? You see, Yahushua is glorified by our actions, by our speech, okay, by our conversation, man.
That's right. It says, verse 15, but let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other man's matters. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify the Most High on this behalf. So yeah, that's what we're supposed to, that's what we can glory in, the fact that we're suffering for Yahushua's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what the word Christian means, a follower of Yahushua,
That's
follower,
it. That's it.
the anointed.
Mm-hmm. You know, following him in his affliction. It says, "What if we suffer with him,
Yeah,
we will reign with him."
yeah.
Okay, and that's the walk that we have to walk, man. That's straight gate. The straight meaning difficult. Okay, we have to through much tribulation. Okay, we'll enter into the kingdom of heaven. Okay, it's not an easy walk, man. Okay, Yahushua didn't have an easy walk. All the prophets didn't have an easy walk. It says, "Oh Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophet." Okay, you know, it's not an easy thing. I believe there's a few prophets that said, "Hey, me, I don't want this life. I don't want this life." You know, but hey, the Lord chose you. You have to do it, man. You know, it's not an easy thing, man. Right?
Yeah,
It's the rite of passage, man.
that was it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the rite of passage.
That's
the only
it.
way to obtain the kingdom, I could
That's
really
it.
paraphrase.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's too much tribulation, man.
Mhm.
And you know, the closer you get, you know, the closer that we get unto
Mm-hmm.
the final destination, hey, the happier you should be.
Yeah.
At the fact that hey, we're almost there, bro.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if you're saving up for something that you really want, or a car, or I don't know, something that jacket that you want to buy or whatever. The closer you get, you know, to obtaining that right amount of money, yeah, you get happy, you know? You're like, oh shit, I'm almost there, bro.
Because you
You
can
know
see
what I'm
yourself driving that.
Yeah.
car. You can see it pulling off the lot.
Yeah, bro. You can see yourself with that jacket on,
Yeah.
or whatever that you're investing in, shoes, whatever, man, you know? But as you get closer, you rejoice.
Yeah.
But you know, the process to get to that is it's hard.
Yeah.
Because you have to sacrifice certain things, you know, I can't go out that much because I have to save that money to make sure, you know, by this time I have it.
Yeah.
You know, there were sacrifices to get to that process.
Mhm.
But you went through it.
Mhm.
And then when you got there, you're happy.
Yeah.
You know, you got that new whip.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. You're not gonna be sad when you finally make that payment. No.
Right.
That's what you saved up for, man.
Right.
Okay. And how much more for the kingdom, man? It says, hey, enjoy evermore. It's joy evermore, man. Okay. It's once you're changed, you're gonna rejoice forever. I believe, except for that moment, that when we're gonna see Yahushua in his body that he suffered. Okay, that might be the only time that we're actually grieving when we see Yahushua, the fact that what he had to endure for our sake. That might be the only time that we're actually in mournful state. But afterwards, it's gonna be rejoicing forever, man.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'm brother looking for some
Luke 21,
Luke 21.
Okay.
And what?
28.
Okay, the water. This is the book of Luke 21 and verse 28. It says, Luke 21, 28.
Mm-hmm.
It says, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh.
Jump up. No, start up.
Okay,
27.
27 it says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. There's not one. There was one else. There's not one that says like rejoice for your redemption draweth nigh or something like that.
That's what it just said.
There's not the word rejoice in there though. It says just to look up. But anyways, I was thinking about the precept where it says, you know, I think it says something rejoice because, you know, the day's like, you know, it's there. It's almost there, you know. I don't know if I have the wording correctly, but that's what we're supposed to do, man. You know, the mindset that we're supposed to apply, man. You know, to rejoice that our redemption is near. Okay, as this kingdom crumbles, our hope, you know, goes even higher, man. Okay, knowing that this hell or this shit show is about to be done away with, man. You know.
Now let me bring out another precept pertaining to rejoicing. It says here in Luke 6, and I'll start at 20. It says here, Luke 6 and 20. And he lifted up his eyes on his disciples and said, Blessed be ye poor, for yours is the kingdom of the Most High. Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy. For behold, your reward is great in heaven, for in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. Okay, so again, being a prophet is not an easy work, man. Okay, they suffered, but they suffered for the kingdom's sake, man. Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's it. It's a sign, bro. Rejoice, because your reward is great in heaven.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? If you endure to the end, you're one of the 144
That's it.
rulers.
That's it.
That's a great reward, man.
Wow. And that's a title that can't be taken away from you, man. Okay? Be a part of the 144? Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
Okay, the honor, the glory, the respect that you're gonna get in the kingdom, man.
Oh, yeah.
Being one of those that like, first of all, you see how these people in the world, these wicked leaders, they get respect here. They even barely get respect. They barely get respect. How you a ruler and then they make skits off you, a Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
You know, Biden, Trump, they make skits off you. They mock you. Well, what kind of ruler is that, man? You know the kings and the rulers of old. You can't laugh at them.
No.
You know, you can't. You know, that shows you how low this kingdom, the vibration of this kingdom is, man. Your rulers are being mocked by the low levels, man, the workers. You see, okay. The rulers have become the clowns, man.
Yeah.
You see. Then we know that the elites are the ones making the decisions, but even so, man, it shows you how low level this kingdom is, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your wife slapping you and shit.
Shit. For
sure.
Bro. It's foolishness,
There's
man.
no real respect, like you said, bro. We're gonna see that in the kingdom.
Yeah. Oh man. People are gonna bow. You see that's what I like watching those old movies.
Right.
About like the medieval Tudors and all that stuff. You know, they show you how really like that sense of respect that they had for royalty, for the rulers. You know, oh my lord, how you doing, my lord? Oh, I should be put to death. You see, so how much more in righteousness are the 144,000 are gonna get in that time? Starting with Yahushai and the man on down, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Yeah.
Imagine with King David. Remember? The one Benjaminite spoke out. He spoke out. King David's man was ready to kill him right away.
Right there.
Just for speaking, saying bad things about a king.
What? Yeah, he was talking shit, bro.
Trying to ruin his reputation. Just words. And he was
Just
ready
words.
to kill him. But that shows you that's how it was in the ancient times.
That's it.
Yeah, bro.
You know? So it says that what's that precept pertain to? I think it's in 2 Samuel, pertain to how my enemies, they're gonna bow down to me.
Yeah, I know. Psalm 18.
Yeah. If you can bring that out real quick, because that's what's gonna happen. Even the Israelites, the wicked of our people in the kingdom, they're gonna have their head down. Okay. When they see one of the 144,000, there's gonna be rank. There's gonna be levels. They'll have to acknowledge, oh, shalom. You know.
Yeah.
There's going to be order, okay? Just as the low-level angels, they don't buck up against Michael. You know, there's order.
There's order, yeah.
Okay.
Like you said, the wicked. Of course, all of our people is going to be righteous, and all Israel is going to be saved. Like the brother was saying, there's still going to be order in the kingdom. Like
That's
2/3 is going to be bowing to the elect now.
That's it.
You know, we're rulers. Right? There's an order. When the order, there's a hierarchy, you know?
That's it.
Yahushua at the top, the 12, and, the rest on down, bro. And you're going to bow.
That's it.
And the heathens, they're going to bow. Know that, like, we're going into that real respect, man.
Yeah.
You know?
and having this understanding, knowing what the Lord has prepared for us, man. How much? Why not invest as much as you can in it? The fact that the Lord gave us this understanding, that's we're one step ahead of everyone, man. It's as if the teacher gives you the answer for all the
Yeah.
final exam,
Yeah.
and some people choose not to study it. He's basically telling you every answer. This, you know, this you'll pass. You'll get 100%. Some people don't take heed. Okay, but hey, if you're in the right mind, you're gonna take heed so that you can obtain that glory. Okay, as much as possible, as much glory, as much as you can obtain for the kingdom to come, man, because that's when it's really gonna count for eternity, man. Okay. Yeah, you got that one.
The
The enemies
Yeah.
bow down. Okay.
Psalms 18 and verse 37.
Mhm.
I've pursued my enemies and overtaken them.
Mhm.
Neither did I turn again till they were consumed.
Mhm.
I have wounded them that they were not able to rise.
Mhm.
They are
Yeah,
fallen.
again, when Yahweh Shai returns, the affliction shall not rise up a second time. You know, the enemy, the heathen, will never rise again, man. They'll know their place. Okay.
It says, they are fallen under my feet.
Mhm.
For thou hast girded me with strength unto the battle. Thou hast subdued under me those that rose up against me.
Mhm.
Thou hast given me the necks of mine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me.
Mhm.
They cried, but there was none to save them, even unto Yahweh, but he answered them not.
Mhm.
Then did I beat them small as the dust before the wind,
Mhm.
and I did cast them out as dirt in the streets.
Mhm.
It says, thou hast delivered me from the strivings of the people, and thou hast made me the head of the heathen.
Mhm.
A people whom I have not known shall serve me.
Mhm.
As soon as they hear of me, they shall obey me.
That's
The
what
strength-
that's what we want, man. Okay. Because like you mentioned, your boss giving you hell at work, and you're telling yourself in your head, this is just for now.
Yeah.
Because eventually you'll have to kiss the floor, man. Yeah, you know, it's, how these Israelite groups, they make Edomites kiss their boots. You know,
Right.
but in the kingdom, that's gonna be an everyday thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because right now, you know, you make them kiss your boot, then you have to go serve them at Walmart. That's not a expedient, man. That's not the, you know. Let me talk to your manager.
Fuck.
You know, you're done, man.
Mm.
You gotta act.
It says, as soon as they hear of me, they shall obey me.
Mm-hmm. That's
The
it.
strangers shall submit themselves unto me.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're fighting for, man. Yahweh Shai is gonna give that unto us, man. All we have to do is serve Him for now, man. But we serve Yahweh Shai. You're always gonna serve Yahweh Shai. But this is you have to prove, man, that you believe in Him, man. Okay, to obtain these things, okay, to obtain the things that the Lord has prepared for us, you have to serve. You have to be a servant before you're a ruler, man. Okay, there's levels to this. Okay, it's a build-up. Okay, Yahweh Shai came. He said he submitted himself to the will of the Father. He came as a servant. Okay, but when he's coming back as a conqueror. Okay.
Damn, bro, I was just pondering upon the talking shit
Yeah.
thing, you know, upon king or whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, just you, like, if you want to talk shit, like, will could be considered like treason, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like, you have to be selective when you want to go to the talk shit, because, like, you don't know, like, he's going to report it. You know, it's like, yo, it was very, like, scary, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's what scripture say, what, curse not the king, not
That's
even
it.
in thy thoughts, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the king, you know, the people actually feared the king, bro.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
If I snitch, I'm gonna get a reward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? So, yo.
Did you hear a rabbi?
He's talking beaucoup de caca, bro. And all of a sudden, you're getting summoned to the court. What's going on? You know why? Because you were talking shit.
What's this I hear?
Yeah.
What's this I hear? You think you would be a better ruler than me? Oh,
No, oh my lord, no. I would never.
Oh man.
You see, you're getting beheaded, man.
Oh shit, man. Hey, I can't wait for those days, man.
Oh, man.
I can't wait for those days, man. Because again, we're gonna know who they are. Okay, we're gonna know. Oh, you're that demon, that Edomite that kept talking shit. That was bringing hell upon me. Okay, watch now, man. Oh, I want this whole mansion cleaned up. I want this. I want that. You know, you give them orders in righteousness, of course. But hey, it's gonna be our time to rule, our time to shine. All right. Yeah, that's what we're fighting for, man. That's a part of our rejoicing, man. Knowing that the position that the Lord has for us. Okay. We're seeing these things. That's what we're striving for. Okay.
That's it.
Uh,
I got some. This is Isaiah 60 and verse 14. It says, "The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee."
Bending. They're gonna bend the knee. Yeah, they're gonna come bending, man. Okay. All these the Amalekites claiming that they are the children of the Lord. Okay. Everyone that mocked us. Oh, you guys are not Israelites. You guys are in a cult. They're gonna have to bend, man. Okay. Those that mocked Yahweh Shai. Okay, they're gonna have to bend and beg, beg, man, for forgiveness.
Yeah,
You see?
the power is gonna be too overwhelming, man. Like, yo, even if you come close, like, you know how like these heathens now, they look at you all in the eye and shit. You know, they like stare you down.
Yeah.
That shit's not gonna be happening in the kingdom, bro.
No.
You know, I have their gaze fixed up on you. You could gaze up on me from afar, but if I'm up close, my nigga, your head is down, bro.
Yeah, your head has to be down even from afar. Even from afar. I don't know.
You know
I
what
don't
I'm
know if you're
saying?
bullshitting, man.
Cause that's a sign of pride too. Cause
Yeah.
even these females, that's how they do now. You know,
Yeah.
they stare you in the eyeball and shit. But back then, females were doing that. You know,
My lord, my lord.
You know, head down.
Yeah.
So
hello.
that's how they're gonna be like. Head down, bro. Head down.
That's it.
You know how like Esau was doing slavery to Jacob? What you looking at, boy?
Oh, yeah,
Hey, you
yeah.
want to look? It's gonna be like that, bro.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
You can't look at me, bro.
Yeah. Are you dare put your gaze upon me? Yo.
Just,
Of course they're gonna look like
You know? Because they want to see the power, but no, man. You're not allowed, man.
You're not allowed.
I'll see the face of His Majesty. You'll not see the face of His Majesty in the land of uprightness, man.
Yeah.
No, it's not allowed.
They're gonna look, but if you're looking, it's gonna be like a sideways type of look, like, you know, you're not looking like straight at me like this, like, yo, if you're a son, you're like this, like, you know what I mean?
No, I
That's
want
how
them
you
to
look,
fear, man. You look up, you might die, man. You don't look up, man.
Don't look up.
You might get deleted, man.
That's
Don't look
crazy.
up, man. I'm gonna have to remind them too, man. Shit, you have a few examples.
Maybe with Esau.
Yeah, with Esau for
With
sure,
Esau.
man. Yeah.
Good. This is Isaiah 60, verse 14. It says, "The son also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the sole of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel."
Yeah, that's that fame that's gonna come upon us too, man. Okay, they're gonna know that we're the children of the Lord. Okay, it's gonna be undeniable. Okay, first of all, we're gonna be immortal. Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna pull up flying. You know, they won't be able to say anything, man. You know, and all that's gonna glorify Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, not us, man.
Yes.
Okay, the real glory goes to the Father Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right,
And that was it, man.
you got something, Shalak?
no,
So yeah, we'll close out with this. Straight to the point, you know, rejoice even in the affliction, even in the hardship. Okay, know that the kingdom is awaiting us. Okay, this is what we're going through is temporal. Okay, it's temporal, and then great victory is awaiting us, man. As long as we endure until the end. So with that, we'd like to give our honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Double honors to our teachers, the elder apostles, and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. And we're willing this lesson was edifying. So I teaching peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Until next lesson. Shalom.
Shalom.
Look at that.
What you looking at, boy?